Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Chicken, and I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Today, I'm going to bring you along on an adventure to collect every single block in Minecraft. It is a playstyle that I have never done before. Like, I've never actively just gone for every block in the game kind of thing, and I think it would be enjoyable. So I figured why not record it and upload it at the same time. It is the first time I ever record a Minecraft related video, so the might not be the best. The editing is, I'm not the best at editing. It's something I'm gonna have to learn over time, but if you are willing to stick around to see how it progresses, that would be greatly appreciated, and if not, that is completely fine too. There is a couple of things about this video. First of all, you see at the bottom of the screen down here, there is a Twitch alert bar. I forgot to turn it off in this video, which is going to be very, very annoying. It is something I'm not going to have in future videos, obviously, because I don't think it's nice for the viewing experience to never be able to see my hotbar ever throughout the entire video, pretty much. So don't worry, that will be gone in the future. And as I said, it's the first time I ever edit and record a Minecraft video of any sorts, so I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you all in the future. Anyways, enjoy. Alright, so first things first. This is my base as of right now. It's looking a bit messy, but that's fine. The idea that I have is down here. I'm gonna dig everything down, except the top layer. The top layer is gonna be replaced with glass at the end, probably. But the rest of it, just dig it all down for however long I need. And then on the walls, the two walls, place like shelves for every category of blocks. And then just see how it looks. That's basically it. Obviously I have to collect quite a couple of blocks as well, but without further ado, let's get started. Alright, and after about, I want to say maybe an hour of digging, I don't remember exactly how long it took. It was an hour. I've been watching stuff on the side whilst I was digging, but I basically got everything mined down for quite a bit. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. It might not be, and I might have to dig down more, but it's a start at least. So I think for now I'm gonna go ahead and start with probably the wood variant. Something like that. I'll figure it out and just get going, basically. There's really not much else to it. Right, and this right here is the last pieces of wood that I need. I'm just gonna start placing this now and hopefully figure out a way that I enjoy it, like, looking. I'm not entirely sure yet how I wanna actually place things down, but I'll just start with the basic. We do log, we do the four-sided log. I'm not sure what it's even called. I think it's just called wood as well. Then the stripped variants, and then obviously the regular log, and then I just start placing the other things here. I think the general idea that I had behind this was, at first I wanted to save the buttons and the pressure plates for later in the redstone section. So I placed the sign and the fence on like a block each here in the end, and I honestly don't like that idea, so I might switch it up. As you can see, I am going just for everything placed, and I'm kind of coming up on... I'm realizing that the rows don't have enough space, and it's kind of hard to expand this, obviously. And I don't want to make it 2 rows, because I think that would look a bit ugly. So I'm just going to go ahead and figure something out to make it look better. But I'll be back with all the wood placed. Alright, and here we have the last type of wood blocks. It took about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, because I had to craft everything and stuff, and I don't remember all the recipes. I did end up changing my mind, like I said. At the end, I swapped out the fences, or not the fences, sorry, the signs, so I could fit the button and the pressure plate underneath it, because I thought it looked better. And the bamboo stuff is a little bit wonky looking as well. I don't think there was the same amount of stuff for it, weirdly enough. But yeah, this is all the different wood types, so let's just continue going on. Alright, so before I start collecting all the dirt related blocks, I think I'm gonna go to the end and get some more shulker boxes, because I'm gonna need one of each color. I think it's 16 colors, so I'm gonna need at least 16 for the build itself, and then I'm gonna just need more for like extra space, so I'm gonna go and do that. Alright, let's go ahead and sleep the night away. That was a successful visit to the end. I got plenty of stuff, most importantly the shulker stuff, but obviously a bunch of armor and other things. Now the next appropriate step, in my opinion, is to go to the nether to upgrade my armor to netherite and my tools. So let's get going. Alright, so there's gonna be quite a jump here, because I lost the recording of me upgrading the actual tools, which is fine. I did start working on the next layer after the wood types, which I decided was gonna be the dirt related kind of blocks. in a sense. It's a little bit mixed, but as you can see, we have dirt block, mycelium, path, everything like that. Alright, and there we have the next layer completed. We have some corals that are alive and dead, as well as some underwater things and a lily pad. I also started building the background with black concrete. That block right there is not going to be filled in yet, because I'm going to make a wood one there. Now I think I'm going to make some rows of flowers here, and then I'll have to go and figure out how to get some of the flowers that I don't have yet, which I believe is mainly going to be a wither rose, but alright, and there we have the underwater section done, and then I have all the flowers here. Now I just need to add another row down a couple of layers. Alright, that is another part of a section done. I got the 2 flowers tall ones, as well as some grass and some fern and some bushes and roots and stuff. And on this side, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna put yet. Okay, let's do this, and then place that. Oh no, I saw a bee, I think. Yeah, right there. Here you go, little buddy. How many bees are in here? 2. Alright, so here we have the little beehive hut. I just made a little tiny one and figured that will be good for now. So I suppose it's time to just AFK here for a bit. Apparently I didn't need any gunpowder. I wanted to get TNT for... Why have I done this? Okay, there we go. Right. So I wanted to get... What is it called? The blocks that like... Sponge blocks. That's it. Okay, somehow okay, I can't see anything at all right now. Okay, there we go. We have one have enough? Okay, I do have enough of those. Just a couple more. Oh, a room of sponges. How beautiful. Let's just do that. Now, technically, I should have brought my hoe with me just to make this quick, but I didn't, so you know. That's life. Alright, and here we have another section done. This one is just a couple of like nature-related miscellaneous blocks. As you can see, slime block, honey block, anything related to bees. Let's move on to the next floor, which should be light blocks. Do we have 13 different light sources? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, well I suppose that's gonna be it then. Let's place one there, and put it out. A torch, a lantern, soulfire torch, soulfire lantern, a soulfire campfire. Let's do the end rod, the sea lantern, and then let's do one of each frogolite that I just acquired from that little farm that I made. That did get a little bit messed up, but that is fine. And then lastly, the pumpkin right there. Beautiful. Alright, and here we have it. Another row completed. Now this one was very easy. I just simply... Honestly, I crafted majority of this stuff. Like when I found villages, I randomly picked up like work blocks occasionally, but then obviously I had to craft a couple. Now I think since we have the lights, we have all the... I mean, as you can see, flowers. We've gotten quite a long way. I think it's time to start with the different stone variants. I think that's where I'm at this point. And then going ore. Or maybe I do ores and then stone stuff. No, I'll do stone. No, I'll do ore first and then stone stuff, yeah. Because I feel like ores is like more visible and the stone stuff will be like kind of a lot of just similar stuff all in a row kind of thing. So I'd prefer to do like a bit of a like difference, because I feel like I can get very similar with just a bunch of stone stuff and then into ore and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get some ore down. I cannot believe how lucky I've gotten with this. Okay, so this would be, yeah, whatever those coordinates are. I actually found one. I barely even, like, I think I mined maybe for like an hour and a half, maybe. So the fact that I've already found one is incredible. I'm gonna finish mining this line of blocks that I'm like currently on anyways. But wow, that is unbelievable luck. I am very happy with that though, because I was not looking forward to having to mine for 15 hours for this. Okay, here we have the last one I need, which is gonna be just the regular diamond one, and I'm very low on redstone. I literally just found some redstone ones over there. I'm gonna grab a couple of extra and then probably keep on swimming around here for a second, just to see if I can find any more.
So if I place this down and I just start grabbing these into the correct place, let's just throw you out, little stinky boat. I don't care about you. Let's put that, and then let's put that. Then let's put iron, gold, lapis, redstone, diamond, emerald. That leaves one spot here. Which it is almost too convenient to not take netherite there. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Alright, and there we have the netherite block, an ancient debris. It took about 3 and a little bit of stacks of TNT, maybe it was 4 and a little bit, and almost a full pickaxe. But we got there in the end, and now I can go and place the final blocks down here, which will be netherite and ancient debris. There we go. Now that section is also done, now I'm gonna place something else on this side. Alright, and that is another section completed. I know it looks kind of wonky, but I need to fit everything. Honestly, it is what it is. Everything is there. Now I need to move on to the next section, which I don't really know what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna figure it out. Alright, and after crafting all those stone items and whatever else, everything in the underground section basically, here we just have the first row built, and I left the spot in the corner because I couldn't figure out what to place there, but yeah, that's it. Alright, and after spending like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, I have filled up the entire background as well as built another 2 rows for the sandstone stuff. Now I'm gonna move on to the next one. Alright, and there we have another layer done. I decided to go with deep slate next. Alright, and there we have tough blocks and resin blocks and bricks placed down. Now we move on to the next stone type, which will be the the granite, andesite, and diorite variants. So I'll get to placing. Alright, because there was 3 different types of these, I just placed them like this, rather than placing them like 2 in a row, like one here kind of thing, because then it would be one lonely one here. I just placed them in like the same area, and then I'm just gonna put something else on this side of the wall. Alright, and there are the mud blocks, as well as the prismarine placed. Next up is going to be all the copper blocks, I suppose. That looks to be the only thing that's left. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's left, and all the variants of it, obviously. I just need to figure out where to fit them. Probably will do 2 on each row kind of thing, like 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. I should look for something to place on this row below here, though. So it kind of evens out between like using all the copper. It makes sense in my head, I don't know if it does before I've placed it, but let me go have a look at what I can put there, maybe. Delete those 2 there. Let's see now, does it let me actually place these on top of this? It does, okay. Did not know it would work like that, but that is fantastic news for me. So let's do the outer layer first, then the inner layer, then that. Alright, and there we have the amethyst stuff laid out as well. Now I can start working on laying out the copper blocks, which I believe is going to be, yeah, 9 blocks per row, and then 2 rows for each. That will be completely fine, should not be any issues at all with that. Let's get to placing. Okay, and yet another 2 layers have been placed down. We have the copper and then the oxidized variants in order from... This is obviously just normal, slightly weathered, even more, and then fully oxidized at the end kind of thing. I'm not gonna lie, I really like this third one. I don't know why. I might need to start trying to build with copper now. Alright, and I just quickly added in a little shrieker area there. I think next up is gonna be the nether selection of blocks, as I kinda forgot about that, and the end selection. I might do the end one next to those. Hold on, let me just go and double check real quick. Alright, and there we have the end section done. I decided to throw the corpse plant on top of the end block and just count both that way, because it just makes it easier for space, and I placed a string on top of it to hopefully prevent it from growing. Now I move on to the nether section. Alright, that is the first row of the nether stuff completed. We just have some general nether blocks here. Actually, looking at this, I'm gonna swap these 2 around. Gonna swap them like that. And some quartz. Now I will place down the other couple of nether related stuff. It's gonna be 2 more rows going down pretty much. Alright, and that is the nether section completed. We have some of the regular blocks, some quartz, some other just regular, I guess like forest the related ones, I'd call those, and then obviously the basalt, as well as the bricks and the black stone. Now I think the only thing to work on is gonna be the colored blocks, I believe. Let me go and double check my little list that I made. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh my god, and we got... Wow, we got the trident. Okay, I'm just looking for a desert. Alright, so I ended up finding a desert. I found a temple, and I found a ton of cactus, which is exactly what I needed. Alright, so there we have the shulker boxes placed down. I'm gonna try something with banners on the row above to see if it actually works. Then I'll figure out if I want to keep it or not. See, I kind of like this. Alright, so there we have banners as well as shulker boxes down. I guess I will move on to... What do I place down next is the question. Just wool, I think. Yeah. I actually caught Nosy sniffing something out. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's pretty cool though. Like the actual animation of it happening kind of thing. Alright. Now that I've added another couple of layers and also grabbed the concrete as well as... concrete powder as well as the actual blocks of it, I'm gonna start placing those down. But I think I'm gonna do a row of... Hold on. No, yes, I am, actually, I think. Alright, there we have the layer of concrete and concrete powder placed down. Let's move on to the terracotta and glazed terracotta, I suppose. So I might as well, honestly, do the same thing here, no? I think orange is my favorite one, or the green, lime green one. The brown one does have an interesting texture on the top one, actually. I do kind of like it as well. Alright, there we go, and that is the terracotta section completed. Wait, no, it's gonna be 16, 17. Technically, this glass right here to see into a cave, I wanted to keep it. And I think I might like the idea of having that be not the glass, like not the full blocks, but the glass panes. I think that could look pretty cool. Honestly, I kind of really like that idea. Like, call me crazy, I'm gonna obviously add some concrete in there, and I'm gonna swap these out for concrete as well. Alright, there we go. I actually really like that. I think that's a brilliant idea, because I've found like glass panes will be a bit ugly just sitting on like blocks connected like that. So the fact that I can actually implement it into the build is something I'm a big fan of. Alright, and that is the last bit. So I decided to throw the beds with the carpets. It does look a little bit wonky with the gap between, but I don't mind it. It's like a clear visual between them, at least at that point, because I forgot to do it up at the actual wall. Now,
I could technically go back and move them down a bit, but then I'd have to move everything down one. I'd rather do this. I honestly don't mind it that much. And I really like how this color section came out to look. I honestly, and I really like the little window there. Now I think the only thing I have left to do is to go and collect the quote-unquote rare items, which is, you know, questionable about being rare or not. I guess it's up for interpretation, but what I would consider rare. Alright, there we have the first out of 4 needed, because I already have 4. Took about 20 minutes to get the first one, that's not bad at all. Oh my god. And like 3 fishes later, we got the second Nautilus shell. That is perfect, 2 out of 4 now. Oh, there we have Nautilus shell number 3 out of 4. 1 more and I am done with fishing. This took a lot less time than I thought it would, to be honest. There we have it, the last Nautilus shell that I need. That is beautiful. Now I can go ahead and go and make the conduit. That only took about 45 minutes or so to get 4 of them, which is not that bad. I thought it was gonna end up taking longer. Oh my god, and there we have it. Finally, the heavy core. Alright, and I think that is all 4 mob heads acquired that I was missing. We have the last 10 items to place down. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and move this over here and just start placing them down. Can I place them like diagonal? Oh, I can, okay. That's kinda cool. No, you know what? I will do this. I need to swap one of these out for obsidian, don't I? Yeah, okay, so... Right, probably shouldn't have done that. I can fix this, don't worry. No, okay, right. Well...
12 seconds later.
Alright, so now we have absolutely everything out of all the, you know, rare items, if that's what you want to call them. That's what I choose to be rare. And I decided to build this little room here.
instead of building the wall further down, I figured I'd make a little room for it and start placing the items down in here, because I think it will look nicer. So I'm gonna just start off with the skeleton. You know what? I think maybe the skeletons facing each other will look better. Like this and that. There we go. Beautiful. Now comes the tricky one of there's only 5 heads, unfortunately. That's fine. We put the heavy core down, put the beacon down, and the conduit down, and then lastly in the back I will place the dragon egg as well as an end crystal, but I kind of want to place, hold on, let me do this. I swear I put, did I put, yeah, I did. I accidentally put the lights away. There we go. Oh, you know, I actually do really like that. There we go. Yeah, maybe these should be in the roof, one higher up. Either way, lastly, we place down the end crystal, and there we have the rare selection of blocks unlocked, obviously not counting the unobtainable ones. If you are interested in me obtaining unobtainable blocks through glitches and whatnot, let me know and I will happily make a video about that too. But without further ado, I'm gonna give you a little cinematic. Alright, and that concludes the video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like and a comment if you have any suggestions of what you want to see next. And if you want to keep up to date with more content coming in the future, a subscription would be greatly appreciated. Absolutely not required, obviously. And I am aware I forgot to remove my Twitch overlay, so you are seeing this little annoying bar down here, right down there. It will be gone in the next video. I will make sure I remember to not have that, so it becomes more of an enjoyable viewing experience. But either way, I hope you all have a wonderful time, and I will see you in another video. Bye bye.